13 planes. I would kind of like that to be bombers, because they're going to have the range to actually function in China. Doesn't Princely Fed join CoPro? No. Baratia does. Princely Fed either joins Entente, stays neutral, or joins Reichspakt. In fact, no. Princely Fed or Reichspakt. Because Dominion of India is Entente, Princely Fed is neutral or Reichspakt, and Baratia is CoPro. Do you really think that the Co-Prosperity Sphere would allow princes into their faction? Like, it's in the name. Princely joined CoPro in your game. Really? It doesn't feel like they should have. Actually, I think that might be a bug. I think that's been around for a while. So I do vaguely remember that having happened before. Well, it looks like Two Sicilies are going to be able to hold because they're getting a bunch of support. Equine declares war on Jabal Shammar, the Equine Revolt. Openly declaring the revolt for the restoration of the true Islamic rule as defined by the Wahhabist preachers, a coalition of various Arab tribal leaders have bound together in opposition to the suzerain in the hopes of breaking the central power of the state and restoring the decentralized fiefdoms of old. Although there are reportedly been an agreement concerning the future ownership of the various Arab provinces, few expect the fragile alliance to survive a possible victory in their jihad. Oh, CoPro. For some reason I was thinking Third International. Yes, they might be able to join CoPro. I don't know why I was mixing that one up. Yes, you were right. And the arguments against what I was just saying probably make more sense now that that particular confusion has been fixed. I think I might help you out on the coast. Try and take Yancheng. I'm actually tempted to increase the number of guns I'm sending you. Because I really want you to win this fight. We're going to send you a whopping 75%. And then Princely Fed are getting the other 25, right? Yeah, I'm going to make that 20 so I can keep some guns for myself. And you need a commander. You need someone who's good. Hippel, probably. Oh man, Nantong just fell. Bollocks. See if we can bail you out. Jabal Shammar took 2 states. That did not last for very long. And if this is going to be mostly a defensive battle, then I probably want to send someone who's a bit more defensive-minded in. Like Hippel. And then send Kraut out to go and help you. Nah. Just Hippel's over here. Haiti declared war on the Dominican Republic. I'm going to stay neutral in that particular scuffle. I'm already busy in too many different places. Right, I can deploy another guy, which we will go ahead and do that. You should be in the pink units. And we can modify our government, so how about a chief of staff? Yeah, we do need to make a decision about where exactly we want to go. I don't think it's going to be maneuver. That's too much about armor. We don't use armor enough. I'd considered special forces, but I think I'm just going to go mass assault. We haven't done mass assault for a long time. Though Theodore von Hippel has some pretty nice buffs. Would allow us to do like Marines and the like, but no, I think we just want boots on the ground. Loads and loads of troops. Probably guns and butter. Or elastic defense. No, guns and butter. Division organization, supply consumption. That sounds like a really good combination for us. But we'll get that after mass combat. Yeah. Those were the Spanish forces coming back, weren't they? So it looks like, unfortunately, we're going to have a Third International Spain. Alright, let's put some pressure on Madras. Meanwhile, Younger is just going to sit here and defend. Qing declared war on Yunnan. Good, that's going to split Qing up. Monarchy restored in Greece. After weeks of deliberation, the Greek government has decided to return the crown to King Alexandros I, who was exiled in 1923 following the establishment of the Third Republic. While many consider Alexandros unpopular due to the part he played in surrendering the economy to Germany and Austria following the First World War, it was felt he was still the most legitimate ruler. The king spoke to a massive cheering crowd in Athens after returning for the first time in many years, saying that Greece had finally returned to the path it was meant to be on, and he vowed to work with the country's leaders to forge a positive future. I'm wondering if I want to recruit some new commanders. Well, actually, we have access to the army spirits, and we have not chosen any of these. Well, the first thing I'd really like to do is Mass Assault Doctrine to see if there's a spirit from that I want to get. But that's rather more expensive. Cuba joined the Reichspakt. Japan declared war on Philippines. That is not a fight I want to get involved in. I don't think. My units in Sicily are holding. And the units in Nantong are just getting further and further away. So I don't think that we're going to be able to save you, unfortunately. Ooh, but I see an opportunity down here. If I can punch across here, I will. Although this is leaving Nanjing a little open. No. I can't afford to let my idiot allies lose their capital. Because they will. Because they're idiots. Armenia declared war on the Sublime Ottoman Federation. Serving under the Ottoman military occupation for close to 2 decades, the Armenian resistance has used the war between Constantinople and Tehran to reassert Armenian independence. I really wish I could send more troops down that way. Dar es Salaam to Kampala. Railway has been finished. We can get some more resource extraction. Ooh, that's a lot of oil. Africa's natural wealth is staggering. We must develop our means of accessing it. And we can bring in 2 more units. We are actually getting apparently a lot of guns, even though we're not actually producing many for ourselves. They're all going to our allies. Our foreign interests, not necessarily allies. Greece has joined the Entente. Okay, that's fine. Meanwhile, the attacks on Madras, not exactly going to plan. But it does look like we're doing okay against Baratia. Baratia is being attacked by the Dominion of India at the same time. And they've devoted a lot of troops to defending in Madras. Why do you not want your units to automatically deploy? Because I want to be able to tell them to go to units, or I remember to get them trained. Otherwise I will forget they exist. Did you guys ever finish? No. That's okay. Right. Bigger engines. Does look like Junger is doing his thing here. Still fighting in the hills. I'm a little bit surprised you're not getting more hill combat. Well, you're getting some. It's just, I guess, lower than basically all of the other stuff, and Nanjing's being attacked, so it's a good thing we're here trying to defend this. Unfortunately, the Qing are across up there, and they're fighting against Yunnan, but Qing government's pretty big. They have the Zhili clique already set up. Socialist Republic of Honduras took one state. El Salvador has capitulated. Formation of Central America. Central America has long been divided, and various nations are under heavy American influence ever since the Federal Republic of Central America dissolved nearly a century ago. With the advent of the Second American Civil War, however, the region was swept by conflict and turmoil, different ideologies struggling to assert themselves in the storm. Now that the dust has settled, it seems like the land is united under a socialist government. This won't end well. Alright, so in this Chinese war, which is this one, what's the factory difference? Oh man, yeah, we're pretty heavily outnumbered. Particularly in division count. Yikes. I mean, at least we're on the defensive and we're fighting in some pretty nasty territory. Into our artillery. Good, so we can put some bigger guns on our tanks. That is ahead of time. Let's get some better fuel refining, because we are still losing fuel reserves. Although we are currently researching... Oh, we are going to be working our way towards the focus to give us oil in Nigeria. More tungsten and chromium. Cool. Light tank improved chassis. Good. We probably want to invest in that. Let's also get the armor upgrades just so we have them. And I think what I want to do is create a new improved light tank chassis. We're going to stick with riveted. We're going to stick with gasoline. We're going to stick with Christie suspension for the extra speed. We're going to pump up the engine strength. We'll add a 2-man turret because it doesn't slow us down, but it does give us the extra breakthrough. We could bring in a close support gun, though that makes us significantly more expensive. Or the small cannon. That also makes us a lot more expensive. The HMG is definitely the cheapest. Or we could use the automatic cannon. Yeah, I like that one more. I think that's a pretty decent tank, 11 kilometers per hour, so it will slow the motorized down very slightly. Good soft attack, decent piercing, alright armor for a light tank, and they are cheap. Is this single or multiplayer? Single player. Okay, we'll do that. And I am going to jump over to my Patreon lists. Not Patreon, we'll use subscribers for this. So if you would like to see yourself appearing potentially as a name of a tank, then you need to subscribe in the next like 2 minutes while I try to remember where the hell the subscriber lists are stored so I can download them. So you will be up against quite a bit of competition. I think it's in channel analytics. Subscribers, view details, there it is. Download subscriber list. Is adding sloped armor very costly? It increases the total cost by 1%, so if the cheap's already quite cheap, then it probably doesn't cost that much. Let's have a look. So sloped armor for us would increase the... oh, it's barely anything. Increases armor by 3. Yeah, it's probably worth it. Alright, download subscriber list. List being generated. List has been generated. YouTube. Sublist. And it is currently the 22/01/2022. Save. Alright, so up first we have got S. Badkins. Save. Now unfortunately that does just cost me a whole bunch of my army experience, which does mean I'm going to be that much further behind in getting doctrines, but oh well. We've tried to put as many volunteers out as we can. Madras has fallen, meanwhile. Brilliant. Well, I would say let's go and continue to get Pondicherry if we can. And I will even say staff office plan to get you set up nice and quickly. That is one heck of a breakthrough, and that can't be allowed to stand. Attacks on Nanjing continue. But it's fine. Hippel's here. Hippel's also my master defender, so we'll keep him. The Kenyan Highlands settlement policy. The Highlands of Kenya are one of the few areas of Africa suitable for white settlement. The rare combination of cool uplands combined with a healthy soil creates a climate almost like that of Europe, and excellent for farming. It is no wonder that the land right there is in high demand. Unfortunately, it's long been economically underused. The British settlers have proven more interested in establishing themselves as landholders and letting the native Kikuyu do the labour. If we opened up the land to small German farmers squeezed by the Junker estates, we could improve productivity and increase our influence in the region. But it would also make the land shortage even more intense. So keep the British Protectorate British or allow for German settlement. I don't know if there's any real advantage to increasing market liberalism. There might be. Oh, that's true, you. Yes, we can send a volunteer to the Papal States. We should do that. All of this seems to be just so long as we're not national populist, although just notice this is actually going to turn us into a vassal swarm. We're going to keep it British. We're going to double down on the market liberals, I think. Kaboom, except we all stay German instead of being independent and bickering. You can go ahead and cause some problems. Right, we were going to send some troops to you, but before I do that I need to split out troops that I can actually send. We're going to choose you. Right. Send volunteers, that guy. Send L volunteers, that guy. Done, go. We're on the way. Sublime Ottoman Federation took one state. Cool. The Royal Veteran Association, which represents the British Welsh Creek veterans, has gained influence over our government, which forces us to pay more attention to the demands of the white British settlers, yet means more of them will join the army. Oh, that sucks. However, once we do this, we lose the British volunteer penalties. Oh, but that also gets rid of the market liberalism. Should have just gone pro-German. Nanjing is indeed being attacked on all fronts. As long as we can hold on to the rivers, I think we'll be alright. Because there's a pretty nice defensive zone that we've set up now. Can you not do the back to basics path? Oh. Yes. This is paternal autocracy. Hang on, what's... I hadn't even looked at this one. I think I just kind of assumed that this was the Nazi one, but it's not. The Sovereign State's the Nazi one. This is the path I should have been going for. This is the pro-German one. Well, I'm in... Wait, why can't I do this? Oh, we just need to not be paternal autocrat. Yeah, so we can 100% do this. And this requires us to not be paternal autocrat or national populist, which means we need to be either social democrat or market liberal. So we want them to flip us away from paternal autocrat. No, we don't need to be authoritarian democrat. It's just as long as we're not paternal autocrat or national populist. And right now we're paternal autocrat. Like, yeah, we could get Orthdem, but nothing's been promoting Orthdem. Russian state took 2 states. Khiva have been annexed. We're still hanging out over there. There we go, Purple State unit has arrived. Who is your commander going to be? I think it's going to be... Shauna? Shauna. Although this is all getting rather scary. You know what? If you could take that, then do. Because if we can get a cutoff here, that would be pretty amazing. As long as these guys can hold out in the meantime. Right, new technology. It is October 38. I would love to have decimetric radar so I can get better radios for my tanks. We have another militia unit ready to deploy. And put you in that unit to make sure you continue training. That's good. So it's the Ottomans versus Persia, but not Egypt. That's interesting. No. Pushed across there as well. This is not looking good for Two Sicilies, although as soon as Germany and France go to war, a lot of the support the Socialist Republic of Italy is gaining will be lost. Right, well, I think what we probably at this point need to do... Resource extraction would be nice, but then so would doing these. And I think I'm going to double down on the market liberalism, seeing as that's kind of the direction I've been trying to go. We can reduce discontent in our British trusteeships by offering their officers commissions in our forces at an equivalent rank. They will feel less like a subject population and will get a wealth of well-trained officers. Do it. You look like you're about to fall. Let's move you over there to go and assist. At least until more Nanjing units arrive, although the south is looking like it's lost already. And you took it. Oh, no, immediate... Damn it, I arrived on the day you lost. Unfortunately, all of these battles are not going quite to plan. Oh, we've got another unit available. I'm getting these very quickly, considering I'm giving away like 70% of my weapons right now. 95% of my weapons, in fact. Suspicious. Socialist Republic of Liberia has joined the Third Internationale. That is not in my backyard, it's in France's. Not my problem. Viking declared war on Qing. That might save us. Have we done enough to hold? Maybe? The Fifth Zhili-Fentian War. Tensions in China have remained high since 1927, when the German intervention brought the 20-year conflict between the various factions to a temporary standstill. Over the last decade, however, both the Fentian government in Manchuria and the Zhili in Beijing have consolidated and built their forces. The stage is set for the most dramatic confrontation in 10 years. Whichever side emerges victorious, however, will not be alone. Japan and Germany still loom large over the region, with the land of the rising sun greedily eyes Germany's possessions in the Pacific, and the victor of this war would no doubt have a part to play in the conflict as well. We took it back. Nice. Yeah, this is going to pull a lot of troops away from this border. They may actually... This big bulge here might be a problem for Qing, because that's causing them to use a lot of troops to guard that. Right, we have finished the engine upgrades. I'm okay with this. Do I want medium tanks? No. Do I want better artillery? Probably. Do I want to get better guns? Definitely. Princely Federation took 2 states. Madras has been annexed. Good. Oh, yes. Okay, so now you can focus entirely on Baratia. I mean, the main thing here is the fact that Third Internationale is not going to get an Indian faction. If it goes co-pro, it goes co-pro. Kind of hope it doesn't, though.